is Mark Lafontaine. I'm the owner and operator of Maskwa Paddle Company here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So I got started building paddles a number of years ago now, just as a hobby. I had just a little tiny shop or a shed that I was working out of, and I decided that I'd like to make a paddle. So I asked my girlfriend what design she wanted me to make, and she picked it out of the book, and I built it, and it turned out fairly nice. So had a lot of fun. So I decided, at that time I had more hand tools and it was more hands-on, so I slowly built more paddles and got more equipment, and finally I was able to expand my shop, and yeah, here I am today, building paddles, not quite full-time, but working on it. So the process I use to design paddles is a lot of trial and error, well, and some skill and some knowledge. What I do is I design a paddle that looks aesthetically pleasing on the computer, and I print out a pattern, transfer it to wood, carve it out the way I think it should be, and then actually go out on the water, paddle it, test it, and then from there I make any revisions or design changes that need to be made, and go back out and paddle again, and literally just put on the miles with it. It's the only way to know if it's going to work or if it's going to be good. Great. So when I hit the water, this is my go-to paddle. It's called the Trapper paddle. It has a 5¼ inch blade, 23 inches long, actually 25 inches long. The woods in this paddle are walnut, cherry, and ash, and has a very tapered look, or a tapered design with a very thin entry profile. So what that allows you to do is actually paddle silently. Even novice paddlers can paddle silent with this paddle, and sneak up on a moose or whatever you for photography. So I've literally paddled thousands of kilometers and spent hundreds of nights in the woods with a paddle just like this one here. Actually, this is my tripping paddle. This is the one I just paddled with, did a small canoe trip a couple of weeks ago. So the way I recommend to size a paddle is to measure the length of the shaft. So from the top of your grip to where the blade meets the shaft right here, this shoulder. That's the dimension, or that's the distance that really matters. Paddle blades come in all different shapes and sizes and lengths. This is the part that's in the water, so that's going to propel you forward, but actually reaching the water, this is the part that matters. So the system that I use is a good general overall kind of rule of thumb is to sit on a hard surface, measure from like the floor, measure from that surface up to your eyebrows, and add an inch or two. And that should give you the dimension, or this distance, for your paddle shaft. So that takes into account your torso length and a little bit of the seat height in the boat. So if you're a shorter person and you require a little bit shorter paddle, maybe one that isn't offered by us here at Maskwa Paddle Company, we can certainly make a custom size paddle for you. You can just use the sizing techniques that I just described, and just give me the length of the shaft that you're looking for, and add the blade length to that, and that'll give you the overall dimension, and yeah, can certainly make any size paddle that you're looking for. So our paddles here at Maskwa Paddle Company, we have an oil finish on them. They use a tung oil. So the tung oil produces the most durable finish of the oil finishes. Really the maintenance is very simple. All you need to do is periodically throughout the summer is just take a damp or a rag with oil, apply the oil, let it sit for 5 minutes, and just wipe off any excess with a clean rag. The other thing that you can do is apply the oil and use a 400 grit wet dry sandpaper, and just wet sand it as the oil is still wet, and that'll take out any scratches and nicks and burrs, and it'll also produce a silky smooth finish on the paddle. Then after that, just wipe off the excess oil, let it dry overnight, and you're good to go.